mandate is for Amit Shah, there is no doubt about that. The mandate is for the Prime Minister, but larger mandate stems from the fact that there was no leadership model in the Congress party. The larger mandate stems because the opposition leadership model failed. They campaign on Nyaya failed. They campaign on the FAL failed. People did not buy the corruption issue. They realized that there are shortcomings in the government, unemployment is an issue, but they invested faith in Modi. I think the whole mandate went for the Prime Minister, and it's a very clear election where people voted for a person disregard, and that it is for this reason even big MPs, who would have lost election, they just scraped through, like Maneka Gandhi by 12,000 votes.
All right, so as we speak, we are also being informed that Rajnath Singh has also arrived to take over his new office as the new Defence Minister. Remember, he is going to be signing in as the new Defence Minister. He was the Home Minister, which is now a position being taken over by Amit Shah. Indeed, big shoes to fill for Rajnath Singh too. There are going to be a whole set of challenges as the Defence Minister. Rajnath Singh will be facing the challenge of strengthening the combat capabilities of the three forces, the Army, the Navy and the Air Force. For more, let's bring in Karthikeya on this. Karthikeya, what sort of challenges do you see for the new Defence Minister?
I think challenge is very simple. He needs to beef up the acquisition. The problem of acquisition is acute in the Army. The war supplies, the war defence supplies, war supply for 40 days, and so that the modern equipment come to the Army. I think the Defence Ministry is not a hands-on ministry. It's a ministry where Defence Minister needs to allow chiefs to do their job. That is why he's been shifted there. In order of the protocol, Rajnath Singh is number 2. But the fact is that the number 2 in the government is Amit Shah, de facto. So, there is a difference between a de jure and de facto number 2. So, that line is very much clear. But Rajnath Singh has been, accommodated. And that's the most important part of it.
Okay, he has been accommodated. That is a very interesting aspect that you mentioned. Do you think, when you're talking about acquisition, Karthikeya, do you think that this will also now involve a sort of semi-privatization wherein, new equipment, to acquire more new equipment, they will be looking towards more private firms to rope in, to build in military platforms like submarines and fighter jets?
Make in India is important, made in India is important, but more important, immediate acquisition of aircraft, airplane, immediate acquisition of material which is required. I think that will be the focus of Rajnath Singh. There are a number of things the Defence Minister needs to do. The fact is that Defence Ministry is so vast, it cannot be changed by one person. But what requires from a Defence Minister is that, there should be no kickbacks, acquisition process should be online, and secondly, defence cooperation with important nations should continue. So, defence and, I would say, external affairs merge somewhere. So, Rajnath Singh will also have to collaborate a lot with S. Jaishankar. But here the bottom line is that ultimately it is Modi's show.
All right, but do you not see a number of big-ticket reform initiatives also coming into the picture at this moment, including implementing the ambitious strategic partnership model that they've been talking about, focusing on domestic defence production as well?
See, that is one part of it. Rajnath Singh is not a minister you will send to a place where you want to do reforms. Rajnath is a political appointee. Please understand, as Jaishankar, Nirmala and Amit Shah, there has been specific micromanagement capacities. Rajnath Singh is known for his political acumen. So you have a senior minister who has been accommodated. And the bureaucrats will do the job under the guidance of the PM and he will preside over it. So let's not confuse that with what Rajnath will do. Most of the things will be done by PMO. Rajnath will preside over it. He is a political appointee. Nirmala has not fought an election. Amit Shah is not just a BJP president. He's number 2, a great micromanager of things. He's proved himself. And thirdly, when it comes to Jaishankar, it's about China and America. So when we talk about Rajnath Singh, he's a political appointee.
All right. Also, his predecessor, Nirmala Sitharaman, had taken on the opposition in a very fiery manner when it came to the defence, especially regarding the Rafale fighter jet deal. It will be interesting to see how now Singh deals with this issue and how other matters come forward.
So, see, absolutely. I'll be surprised if I see Rajnath Singh flying his Sukhoi and doing all those things. Rajnath Singh is it's like vintage wine, It's like he's in a different profile. He will be like one of those ministers like Babu Jagjeevan Ram, who would keep an eye on the working of the defense ministry without interfering in it. So it ultimately depends on the temperament of the person. Rajnath Singh temperamentally is an old-style politician, but it doesn't mean that the defense ministry will be run in an old style. Rajnath Singh will be doing things the way he wants to, the way he can. But defense is such a big establishment that it does not run from the minister's office only. There's a great involvement of PMO.
Absolutely, that an involvement of the PMO is very integral. But another aspect, of course, for Rajnath Singh, since we are discussing him, Karthikeya, would also be the modernizing of the defense research organizations and, various other defense public sector undertakings, so that they can produce state-of-the-art military equipment, which the Indian forces are in dire need of at this moment.
More so, it's not about Army, it's Navy, it's DRDO, it's research, it's Air Force, it's Special Forces Command. So, defense is a very complex issue. So, the first thing for the defense right now has been again and again saying it's acquisition, modernization. Acquisition and modernization. And that's the mantra.
And so, as we speak, Karthikeya, finally, we have live shots coming in of Rajnath Singh taking over his new office as the defense minister. He's taking over as India's new defence minister after succeeding Nirmala Sitharaman. He's arrived at the defence ministry. He's being accompanied by 3 service chiefs. And earlier in the day, we saw him visiting the War Memorial, the National War Memorial, where he remembered the brave hearts and paid a tribute to the martyrs. And today he's accompanied by the 3 chiefs of the forces. Remember, India has just had a new Navy Chief, Admiral Karambir Singh. The 3 chiefs accompany him as he takes over as India's new defence minister. So there you have it. Rajnath Singh taking over office as India's new defence minister. And Man Friday to Narendra Modi, Amit Shah takes over as India's new Home Minister. On that note, it's a wrap for this newscast. Thank you so much for watching. WION continues to bring you the latest on the political front.